Oh, hey, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. Welcome. Let me see who all do we have coming in here. Party of 33. Onesimus
One
Prime.
Simos_Prime just followed.
Hey, Onesimus with the follow. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you so much. Chovy. If you're not following Chovy, what are you doing with your life?
Pastor Dustin just followed.
Master Dustin. Pastor. I said master. Welcome in. Mom Boss Lady, good to see ya. Lesty for short, by the way. Lesty for short and Geek Devos.
Maitland 777 just followed.
Supersonic Saved by Grace. Hello, my friend. I'm watching you people. Good to see you over here. Measurement 777.
Warrior
Welcome
underscore of
in.
underscore
Coming in,
like
everybody with a raid. Warrior of
777
light.
just followed.
If you missed it, just did a podcast with Warrior of Light on Thursday night. You can check that out.
Jitch Bin Hire just
Supersonic
followed.
Saved by Grace saying hi to Mr. Albino Placostomus right there. Wywis himself. Luce is coming in with the raid. Warrior
Mama Brick
Supplication.
Builds just
I
followed.
do not know you, Warrior Supplication. Welcome in, friend. Mama Brick Builds. Good to see you. Why was it saying you wasn't following is the real question.
Mom
Yeah,
Boss
I know.
Lady Penguin
You like
just
Master
followed.
Dustin. Let's see. I just jumped on. I hate Mama Build, I really enjoyed your stream. Yeah, I was catching a bit of it. It was really nice. That's how you found out about Blessing Boat. Awesome. Yeah. Anyway, welcome in, everybody. If you're new to the Blessing Boat, hello, I am Flat Cap Dapper Pastor, realizing that I need to get a logo or something here because I'm streaming with theChurch.digital, and I'll talk more about that in a second. So I have been streaming on Twitch, have been affiliate for over 3 years, and Blessing Boat was one of the communities of streamers that I found 3.5, 4 years ago, and started connecting with more streamers and trying to build relationships with other people. I'm watching you people. Thank you for the hype and the video. Do we meet the follower goal? I have no idea what the goal is. It was set before I took over here, but hey, anyway, I appreciate every bit. Tip and sub are fantastic. Yeah, Mom Boss Lady, you are interested in sign language as well. That is awesome. Mods, make sure you clip, please. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? You should have said that. I do think I can. Nope, it doesn't clip. It's set up for my other stream to clip on Stream Deck. I haven't. What's funny is a couple of the scenes have the same name, so they work on 2 different ones. I just didn't name everything the same, so wasn't able to. Aren't you the mod? Yeah, Warrior. I think you might be one of the only mods here. I do not know, and I don't have commands yet. I'm watching you people. I know you had to try, and I appreciate that. That's what I love about going into places, is just trying things, experimenting, all of those kinds of things, which is what I have been doing for several years. So what I'm going to be on for 2 hours. Okay, so if you've not been on the Blessing Boat or if you have been on the Blessing Boat before, often it's been what do we have? Who is this? Who? Okay, wow. How many did we just get? Anonymous gifter is gifting 20 tier 1 subs. Oh my goodness, 20 tier 1 subs. I have no hype. I have no hype. You know what? I'm going to give you this. Let me see if it works. Let me know if you can hear this. Let me know if you can hear that. Anybody in here blessed?
I'm blessed.
Anybody in here blessed?
I'm blessed.
Anybody in here blessed?
I'm blessed.
Oh, man. Thank you for that. Everybody enjoy the emotes. Start blowing up the chat with the emotes. I worked really hard getting some emotes over here. I'm pretty proud of some of those emotes. Some are just filler, but some of them I'm pretty proud of those emotes. They took a little bit of work of adjusting and making some things work, and I love them. So enjoy them. By the way, the microphone one was super fun. The world swirling around, the cross zooming in and out. By the way, if you'll notice, that is pixelated. It is coming together, or it is going out, depending upon which way you want to look at it. Mom Boss Lady Penguin, I know a little bit. You've learned 2 songs, Miss Maria. Oh, that's right. You have done it for there. I should have thought about that. Has one she shows. That's right. On her stream, and she might do a second one. That's super cool. I have no commands at all. I have no commands. I have yet to get commands set up on this channel or on the Fish channel. Yeah, you are the hype. That is right. I am the hype man. I am hype. I'm hype.
Geek Devotions just followed.
Oh, Geek Devotions. Thank you for the follow. Yes, thank you, Anonymous. Everybody enjoying, getting the hype in there. Blessed by the best. Ooh, who was that?
Docu-Manghims just followed.
Well, I'm hearing the, but I will have to wait and scroll down. Documang Hymns. I think I saw you just earlier today. Phantom Mythos. Dude, welcome in. By the way, do you not like the headphones with a little squiggly knot line in there? That's a pretty cool one. I had to do some adjusting to it. I didn't create it, but I had to adjust it to make it work as an emote. Yes, thank you. May God multiply it. Absolutely. Anonymous Gifter, thank you. Everybody thanking Anonymous Gifter. I love Anonymous Gifters. They're so awesome. You're impressed with how good you've become at making emotes. Yeah, I've been here. Yeah, you remember my first, although my tip of the cap, I'm still very proud of that one. That one I made on my phone, and it's just a GIF, and it works, and so it's cool. I'm watching. Oh, I got a gift subby. Thank you for and I'm on for 2 hours. I can just keep going on the hype here, and I'm going to. We're still on a hype train. We still got we're gonna make the next level. It's not gonna take much to push us to the next level. Like this may be the first hype train that the Church Digital's had. I don't know. I wasn't on here all the time. You are loved. You are loved. You are loved. You are loved. That is an awesome emote. Bless your heart. I'm never sure if that's saying I did something wrong. And bless your heart. Oh, bless your heart. You're so sweet. Oh, there we go. Biddy sub gift and cheer to level up. Oh, did it fit? Oh no. 91%. Close. We got a minute left. And thank you, I'm watching for the biddies, trying to help us get it there. Mom Boss Lady Penguin, it didn't unlock your emotes. Sometimes you have to refresh in order to get the emotes, especially if you're on the phone. So I don't know what you're on. The sounds are a bit on the loud side. Okay, I don't know where those are coming through. I'm assuming they are desktop. So let me do that and turn those down. Would also turn the music down in the background, so I'll have to turn that up. Oh, which is hard. I can't change it on dark mode. So, good enough. I'm talking. We have the music before I came in. Bum ba bum ba bum bum bum. Try refreshing your page. You're already saying that. You'd be in trouble with the headphones with that sound. Oh, yes. 2-hour hype stream. Oh, would that be fun? Wouldn't that be fun? We're so close. Can we make it to level 6? And by a bit, I actually mean extremely loud. I turned it down. I can turn it further down, and we won't be able to hear the music at all then. So, I can. Just let me know. Just let me know. Hype train successful. What did we get? What did we get here? Oh, we got a choo-choo emote there. Super cool. Super cool. I don't know if I've got it on the chat. BRB, thank you. Better. Okay. Record before was 106. Okay. I thought it was only on Hype Train level 5. But anyway. Gifted a sub to Zeke. Cool, 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 cool. Just a bit slow. I know. That's what happens. So anyway, January 2025 was the record for the biggest hype train at level 111, 55%. Thank you, Supersonic. I have no idea where to go look at those things. There are so many people much more gifted than I am, much more talented than I am. I have no expectations to ever be partner. Would it be cool? Oh, you bet it would be cool. Yeah, let me reboot your phone. Okay, we'll be here. We'll be here until 2 hours from now, roughly. Leslie, thank you for the biddies. Like I said, as long as there's biddies, I'm just going to keep talking about the biddies. So, anyway, you can keep me focused on that. Troy the Minion, hello. Welcome in. So, I am Flat Cap Dapper Pastor. If you have met me IRL, if you met me in person, that is fun. I will be in Orlando the 16th through the 21st. So if you are in the Orlando area, you can DM me and you can let me know. 2 hours, but that's barely enough time to cover a rabbit trail. I know. If you're on my other stream, we read the Bible over there on my other channel. On this channel, I'm mostly doing podcasts where I'm talking to different missionaries about what they are doing in ministry. You may not call yourself a missionary, but you are bringing the gospel to a place that the world and many people there are, in darkness. So, Troy the Minion 32, you know who I am. Absolutely. Maybe. I don't know. I get so confused. What is? Maybe. I think. I don't know. Was that clear enough? So, yes, want to be part of the blessing boat. Yes. So, that's where I was at. Thank you, Warrior. I joined the blessing boat 3 years ago. I started out in Twitch, not because I was looking to play video games, not because I was thinking that I wanted to watch people play video games. I came over to start watching Twitch because I had a friend who was a pastor in person, and he was doing VR ministry, and he was over here on Twitch. And then one of the first people that he introduced me to, please check my messages. Okay, well, I got to go find a Twitch and open it up and do all of that. I know. It doesn't show me that. Oh, that's the wrong account. That's why it's not going to show me. But I need that one up. So let me find this. Did I block messages from TCD on purpose? I don't know how they're blocked. I don't have anything set up to block messages. I don't know what you mean. I have no idea what you mean. Blocked messages. I don't know where there's any blocked messages. If you're trying to message TCD, I don't have access to that anyway. It's not set up at my account to, I don't think, see any messages there. So it may be set up that way. I will look into it, if that's what you mean, so that you couldn't whisper TCD. Okay. I see what you're talking about. But it's like I said, I'll get back to that. Troy the Minion, you're at work. All right. Where am I? I'm just filling noise while I see if there's anything else. Thank you to the sponsors and the volunteers. You are loved and appreciated. Absolutely. And I know that you would have had Warrior talking all about that. Decora Games XP in Decora. Definitely. And Wordy Girl also. A sponsor of some gift, which I didn't stay long enough to hear the gift, and we rated out, or it was looping or something. So I don't know what the gifts are. So if you want to put those gifts in the chat, anybody that was here before you came in, or anybody that's coming in later, so that we know what those are, Warrior, that'd be great. If you want to pin that, it'll be up there for a bit. The gift is a mystery. Oh, okay. So we don't know the gift yet. Oh, that's why I missed it. So. All right, we're 18 minutes in, and I haven't said anything yet of any consequence. Isn't that fun? I'll tell you what. This is why. I told you my friend brought me in to watching this. He introduced me to a few people. I started searching around, trying to find other people because at the time I was unemployed and had nothing else to do. So I sat around trying to do that for a couple of months and finding people. I think I found Pastor Dustin pretty quickly, Ukulele for Worship, one of the first people. I found Christian Ninja. I think I found XP Church, God Squad Church at the time. I found Lux Digital Church. I found a bunch of those people early on, and I found Warrior of Light and Blessing Boat somewhere in those early days, and started to get to know people, started to hang out in the community, and people just started saying, "Hey, Mel, welcome in." That's what everybody said. No, everyone was saying, "When are you going to stream?" In fact, my friend kept telling everybody to follow me because I was going to stream, and I kept saying, "No, I'm not. Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to do that at all?" But anyway, I ended up working at a church, and I decided to do my sermon prep on Fridays, and everyone was enjoying it. I'm like, I'm not playing games. I'm sitting here reading the Bible. And so as I did that, people started to hang out in my community. It started to grow, and we got to the first of the year. I'm doing it once a week, and they're like, "Do you have a plan for reading in the Bible in a year?" And the church I was working at also was asking that, and I go, "I do." So let's go try that. So a month after starting, and I actually started like 10 days late into the year because I was on vacation the first week of the year. So I think I started on the 10th or the 11th of the year, 10 days behind on reading through the Bible in a year on stream. And we kicked it off. And the next month I was on Blessing Boat. And then within a month I was affiliate. And it was fantastic. And I've just had so much fun watching what God is up to, what God is doing in digital spaces, learning about other people, of figuring out how do we experiment with things, how do we try things. So the whole thing here with me coming over on the Church Digital's site, what we've used it before is for podcasts. We used it for podcasts of bringing people in. We would record the podcast here. We would upload it to YouTube. We'd put it on Spotify, Apple, wherever you find your podcast, and you could listen to the regular podcast episodes. And we did a whole series on gamers. A couple of years ago, we did that here. And then it's been used to just do our regular podcast and bring the guest in, and it really wasn't targeted towards gamers in the gaming community. And as we've been evolving with the Church Digital, we aren't even a year into this, okay? So this is the Church Digital version 3.0. Actually, we're probably moving into version 3.2, if I'm honest, but we are a digital missionary sending agency. And so what that means is we're trying to help people that are already a missionary figure out how to do things digitally. We're trying to figure out people that are called to ministry in digital spaces, figure out how to do that. So that's what we've been doing. I've been working with them for going on 3 years now as well, because as I started finding all of those other people together, I got a group of pastors together and started pastor groups. And when I brought the pastor groups together, several of them said, "Hey, you need to go meet Jeff Reed over at the Church Digital." Hey, thank you for the follow. I'll get caught up on chat in just a second. Let me finish the story about getting connected to the Church Digital, and I'll get caught up on chat. So I think my friend who brought me on knew of them to begin with, said, "You need to go have a conversation with Jeff." And I did. And I went, "I don't know what I need to have a conversation with Jeff for. I'm not doing what he's doing. I'm over here in this gaming thing, and I don't know." And then Mark Lutz from Lux Digital Church said, "Hey, you need to have a conversation with Jeff." And I went over there, and I'm like, okay, maybe I could see some connection over here. And at that time, they were focused on making disciples and planting churches. And I'm like, I'm not planning on planting a church. They had a course on plant your digital church in 9 weeks. And I'm like, man, that's pretty quick. And maybe I could do that, but I'm not planning on doing that. But you know what I could do? I could take all those things that they're teaching and I could apply them to what I'm doing in digital space. So why don't I take the course? And a friend of mine actually challenged me, and who knew that back in seminary, I thought I was going to plant a digital church and said, hey, maybe this is God bringing that back to you. Redeeming the vision he had given to you years ago so that you can plant a digital church. And I went, okay, I'll be open to it. And I went through the course. And then after that, I just started hanging out all the time with the Church Digital, hanging out with them, learning from them, binging the podcast. By the way, I'm up to 3 times speed on my podcast for most of them. I'm just like, give me more, so I can listen to 3 podcasts in the span of 1. By the way, I'm not offended at all if you're listening to me at double speed, triple speed, whatever. If you can listen to me at that speed, by all means, listen to me at that speed. I know, unless I'm excited, I usually talk a little bit slow. So, yeah, Pastor Deuce 3 times speed, that's impressive. Well, I've worked my way up there. I started at 1.5, got my way up to 2, and I keep creeping up. And in the last 6 months, I've hit 3 speed, with the exception of a couple of podcasts where there are the people that talk really fast, and they're talking at high speed, and they're talking at high-pitched voice, and I have to slow those down. I can barely get to 2. All right, let me get caught up on chat, which, by the way, I feel like I'm just monologuing here. But I appreciate you doing some clips. That's going to be much appreciated to be able to use for Blessing Boat and for me to be able to use for the Church Digital. Thank you. Mom Boss Lady, you have a mystery IRL. By the way, the Church Digital, we're trying to switch the language of IRL from IRL to in-person. And the reason our thinking is behind that is when we say IRL, in real life, it diminishes digital as not real. And my relationships with all of you here who already know me, with Miss Jellybeans, with Warrior of Light, with Pastor Deuce, with Mom Boss Lady, they're all absolutely real relationships. And this is real ministry, and it is real community. So we're just trying to nudge in that direction. We are not going to change it globally. But we figure those of us who are doing digital ministry, if we start adopting the common language around being in person, it might add more validity to those in the church who don't believe that online ministry is real ministry. Anyway, just taking an opportunity to say that, not picking on you in any capacity, Mom Boss Lady. So my best friend that lived in Tennessee, who is now with the Lord going on 2 years, her daughter got a hold of me wanting my address, told me it's a mystery why she wanted my address. Ooh, I wonder if there's something that she found that she thought would bless you, or maybe there was something left to you and they finally settled the estate and they're able to send it to you. But Mom Boss Lady, ooh, I'm intrigued. That sounds awesome. Warrior, it took off in a huge way. Rating the wave helped. Yes. Boost with the boat, LOL. I'm excited to see what she has planned, LOL. Absolutely. You'd love to get involved with Blessing Boat, but the OBS is cooperating with me to stream. Number one reason, it may not be God's will in that I can't stream with your husband's mouth in the background. Well, Mom Boss Lady, not everyone is called to be a streamer. The same way not everyone is called to be a pastor and be on stage. We need all of the body of Christ. We need mods in the chat. We need the tech people. Oh my goodness, I love you tech people. I have so many people that have blessed me with digital songs, with other things for my channel in different ways, just sharing information, helping me to grow and learn. It's been so fantastic. I have a whole community of people I can ask because I make a lot of tech mistakes. Just go back and look at all the podcast videos I've made so far here. 2, and they've had problems. Go watch me in VR chat when I go over there. Tech problems, let me tell you. So, yeah, Eichmann here. You can't listen to you at that speed when you're live, only when you're on recording. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Live is different. I am fully engaged when it's live, but if I'm listening to it and I know it's a podcast and I can't interact, I'll just give it to me as fast as I can take it. Planting a digital church. Yes. Every person has a role. Supersonic, I couldn't say it I could not say it better. Some are the toe is just as important as the finger. You'd be dead in the water with tech. You have so many people. I don't have it subscribed yet. Yeah, I've been here to chapter verse. But good reminder there. I need to do that. Instead, speaking the truth in love. Oh, those that know I have a problem with that translation, and we just went over that not too long ago. Okay, you can go find a VOD of me talking about this. There is no verb there for speaking in the Greek. So just letting you know, there is no verb for speaking in the Greek there. So we're getting a Greek lesson here. I didn't know I was going to be doing some Bible study when I was here. We got 2 hours, so I can fill all this time and go whatever direction we end up. This is so much fun, no agenda, but there is an agenda, and rabbit trails everywhere, Lucis. I don't know how you're keeping track of these. And we're not going to look it up. We're not going to go look it up, I'm telling you. So it is truthing in love. The verb is truthing. Now, we don't have English word for truthing, but you will know exactly what it means when I give you this example. Adulting. Adulting has only recently become a word. It has been a noun, to be an adult. What does it mean to be an adulting? To be adulting, it means to do the things adults do. So truthing in love is how you live out love. It is not about you opening your mouth and telling people they're wrong. If you're opening your mouth and telling people they wrong, you ain't speaking the truth in love, let alone truthing in love. You got it wrong. So anyway, yeah, Ike been here. Now that I have that said, I will read it from my version or slightly adjusted. Instead, truthing in love, we will in all things grow up into him who is the head, that is Christ. From him the whole body, joined and held together by every supporting ligament, grows and builds itself up in love as each part does its work. So we are living together, we are truthing in love, and the truthing in love is what builds us up in love. Not me telling you how you got it wrong, not me speaking that I have it right. So that's what we get wrong. We misapply speaking. The verb isn't even in there. Yes, I can, in gentleness and in kindness, speak to help you understand, and I can bring the truth. But it's more about the demonstration of my life and living it out, just like adulting. Okay, there'll be more Bible lessons, I'm sure, as we go along. I can't help it. Mom boss lady, maybe it could be her and her children maybe they're coming for a visit. That'd be super cool. That you have a close relationship with the kids. Call me Aunt Scooby. Oh, that's a fun name. Aunt Scooby. They could be coming for a visit, or she might be sending the tin urn that she got to put some of Tracy's ashes in for me. Yeah, I was guessing it might be that. What do you mean, Supersonic Saved by Grace? ESV? What you use, KJV? I use Net Bible. Alice in the Palace. Hey, everybody, we need a shout out for Alice in the Palace. I don't know if the shout outs work or not. I'm going to try anyway. Go follow Alice. Alice was my first follower. So when my friend said, hey, you need to go follow Flat Cap Dapper Pastor, he's going to stream, and I'm going, no, I'm not. Alice followed me. She believed him. And 6 months later, when I started streaming, she had been a follower for 6 months. Yeah, I have 90 minutes left. Yes. Yeah, I've been here. Yeah, it's so fun. I also picked that up from my friend. He did that all the time, Pastor Brock. And it's like, yeah, that's a good little ditty to fill dead air with. We don't have any English word for that. Unstable internet. Don't do adulting. That's way too hard. Yes, truthing, like living out the truth. Absolutely, Pastor Dewson. Yeah, I've been here. Pretty much every English translation I see says speaking the truth in love because of English limitations. I will keep your eye out for truthing translations. I think there is a chance of it becoming that way in the next 10 to 15, maybe 20 years. At least I see it in footnotes where they are now identifying, saying the word speak is not actually in the text. It's been added for clarity. Well, I disagree. It's been added for clarity. It has been added with the implication then that's all I need to do is open my mouth and tell you wrong, and we got it all cleared up. I don't know that was the original intent, but that's how it's used. So, Alice, well, that's not a word, haha. I was expecting something German or Welsh. Oh, maybe there is a German or Welsh that we could steal and bring over. I don't know. Warrior, live life every day as Christ is in you, not just for Sabbath or Sunday. Awesome. Hey, Zeke 365. You use the Voice Bible. Ooh, I'm not familiar with that. Do not know that one. Alice, by the time you started, you had 50 followers already. I might have. I think you're right, Alice. I was close to probably having that many followers by the time I started. And I know, like, people are asking me, like, they were looking at, like, my first stream. I had an average of 8 viewers on my first stream. And, like, how did you do that? Well, because I picked a time to stream after someone that I already knew. I picked it to stream right after Ukulele for Worship got done. I'm like, I'm going to go stream after her. And I was 1 day a week. So for a couple of weeks, she rated me every week. So that crowd came over. I started before they came in. Some left after they came in. I averaged with an 8. Started with an average of 8. I don't know what my average is now over there, but anyway. Oh, it's on Bible Gateway? Okay. Which I do use often. Yeah, I thought it was a great thing, too. It's like, get connected with other people, get invested in the community, have people that know who you are, that you can share that you are intending to be a streamer.
Lean Heels just followed.
Oh, I can't see the alerts. I don't know where. Let me find the alerts. Let me do this. Will that fix it so I can see the alerts? Maybe we'll see next time. Maybe they'll go over my face. That's where I followed you from. Yeah, Ike been here. So before we got on the rabbit trail, I was trying to share Ephesians 4:16. And the end of the trail on verse 15, 16, the lead in. Did you get to verse 16 or no? Not about average followers, but the quality of the friendship. Totally, Alice. Totally. What I'm just saying is from that start with all of those people, I had that many people encouraging because of the relationships. I thought I read all of it. Verse 15 and 16. So, every piece, all things growing up into himself who is the head, that is Christ. From him, the whole body joined and held together by every supporting ligament grows and builds itself up in love as each part does its work. So, mods, like I've been here, like Alice, I think you mod in some places. Warrior of Light modding in here. Miss Jellybeans modding in various places. All of you engaging in the chat, doing what you're doing. Those of us who are hanging out in other places, encouraging one another. All of those are doing our part, engaging in the chat, engaging in what's going on, sharing what's going on. Even if all you ever do is promote Blessing Boat to other people, if all you ever do is promote the church digital to other people, if all you do is bring other people to say, hey, here's somebody that I know that I think you would love, you're doing your part. You're doing your part. And we are all built up together when we are in relationship, in unity, and doing all those things. Warrior that's right. And if you want to go back and watch the podcast, Warrior talks about this, that the taking for him 9 months to become affiliate is the thing that birthed the Blessing Boat. Isn't that awesome? Before I had 3 people viewing on each stream. Yeah. Supersonic. I mod for Donnie and Bag. Awesome. And Miss Jellybeans grabbing the Jellybean love. Can I get a shout out because I stream too? Absolutely, Troy the Minion. Absolutely. I don't have any commands set up. Yeah, what do you stream? Oh, talk about 10:02. Thank you. Thank you, Troy the Minion. Thank you, Troy. So, let's do that. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk about that first. So, I was talking about the Church Digital. Let me switch scenes here so I can show you that. So, the Church Digital, we are a digital missionary sending agency. So, wherever you are, whatever platform you're on, I happen to be leading a gaming outpost. I'll talk about that later. So, whatever you're doing, all of you who are here on Twitch, this is your regular place to hang out. Thank you for being here. If you're watching the VODs later that someone shared with you, thank you for being here. It is an encouragement to have so many people hanging out and watching right now. I don't know what the max number Blessing Boat has had. I know early days they had some good numbers in that, and I don't really frankly care. It's about the relationships, the ongoing. And one of the things that we do know as well, let me scroll to the top here because I'll just read it because there we go. Luke 10:2. The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Ask the Lord of the harvest to send out workers into the harvest. So, Luke 10, and I know we usually just put 2, but we put it as Luke 10:02. So, in a digital-first world, this call is more urgent than ever. Digital missionaries are pioneering gospel conversations in places like Discord, VR chat, and gaming communities, including Blessing Boat. But their efforts need to be bathed in prayer. So at 10:02, whatever your time zone is. So you know what I think I'm going to do? Let's do this at the top of the hour. It won't be 10:02 for me, but it'll be 10:02 for someone else. So we'll do that at the top of the hour. We will pray. But we've got... You can come over here. So it is theChurch.digital/pray. theChurch.digital/pray. Let me put that in the Discord. Not the Discord, in the chat. Where's my brain at? So we're praying at 10:02. So if you're streaming on Twitch, stop and pray. You're exploring VR chat, stop and pray. Playing Call of Duty, stop and pray. Mid-meeting or at a coffee break, stop and pray. Driving, pray with your eyes open, and please do not stop. I think I would have put that part in there. Anyway, so this is about lifting up the whole of bringing Jesus into dark places, into digital spaces, into spaces that, frankly, the church has not thought it was worth going to. The church has not thought there are people there that we need to go and reach. The church, in some ways, and I'm not picking on the church, I've been a part of it, has thought if we build it, they will come. And so we haven't thought to go to those places. We said those places aren't safe, so we won't go there. But God has been calling. God has been lifting up. Many of you are my friends who I've seen. We've got logos galore here. You can pick and download any of these. You can share these. Wallpaper. We can stop to pray. We can do this. We've got a countdown clock. We got a prayer clock here. That will go. We can do that later. I mean, it's got all kinds of stuff for you over here. And so if you're going to do this, you want to share about it, use the hashtag for that. So there's the we're praying for all of you and joining you in that. Let me get caught up on chat, and I'll move into the next thing. I mean, because we've got time. We've got time. Yeah, and Troy, I've met Troy. Chatted with him a few times. Troy, so good to see you here. And thank you for throwing in the Luke 10:2 there. Yeah, I've been here. He told them, oh, you're putting it in there. Thank you. I had that one. VR chat. Absolutely VR chat. Nice. Yes. Troy has been around a few places. We're getting to know each other. Oh, no, the numbers are pretty substantial today. Yeah, I'm loving it. Yes, that is supposed to be on our site and has been our site until recently. Warrior, you're talking about praying and praying for the harvest. This is me talking, not talking on behalf of the Church Digital. Just take our stuff, spread it around. Hashtag 10:02. Hashtag 10:02. Put your commands in there. Exclamation point 10:02. And emotes. Well, the emotes are mine. I made the emotes, but I'll pass them out if you want them. DM me. I'll give you the emotes. You can have people join too. Yes, yeah, there's a sign up here, join the prayer team. That is just so that we can know that someone is praying. Oh, thank you for reminding me of that. Our goal is to have every single time zone on the planet with someone praying by the end of the year. Now, we'd ideally love that sooner, but we realize it's going to take a while in some time zones to have someone who's praying. But we want someone praying in every time zone at 10:02 all the way around the clock, so that at 10:02, simultaneously around the globe, whenever 10:02 hits, there is someone praying. So I think that's a pretty fantastic goal to get by the end of the year. Well, while driving and praying, yes, please keep your eyes open. And exactly, it must be the movement of God. Yes, 10:02 on our shirts. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Let me scroll down. Do we have... Let me go to the merch shop, because I think we may have 10:02 on some merch. I don't remember. Yeah, we've got 10:02 on some merch. You can get a sticker. You can get a t-shirt. You can get a mug with 10:02 on it. This is my favorite. I've got this t-shirt that has on Discord as it is in heaven. I think that's pretty fantastic. So here's our merch store. I'm not really plugging the merch store, but just since you were talking about it, I'm like, oh, yeah, we have that. We have that. You can get a magnet here, too. Or a sticker. I might need to get that sticker. Anyway. Talk about April 2nd. I'm getting there, Troy. I love you, Troy. Thank you for just, coaxing me along, and you know all this stuff, so I'm getting there. How God is working with you and us. I know. Oh, by the way, when I get there, Warrior, we'll plug Blessing Boat again for April 2nd. How do you sign up for it? Well, here, you just click the Join the Prayer, and you put your name, your country, your email. That's it. The email is just so we can communicate more information. The country is so we know that we have someone around the globe that has something. We're trusting the time zones to work within some countries. The U.S. has 4. Then you can count outside the contiguous U.S., and we have more. But we're not worried about that. We're just trying to know that you are signed up for prayer. Just wear a broken clock and set it to 10:02. You know what? I think I want to get one of those Flava Flav clocks and just set it at 10:02 with no batteries. That'd be right on. Yeah, boy. I can't do it right. Yeah, boy. Bass. How low can you go? Oh, sorry. Driving while praying. Not a Jesus take the wheel moment. No, certainly not. Scourge Savage, just join the prayer team from your time. And Scourge Savage, that's awesome. I know we have others in your continent that are praying as well. I don't like to call anyone out. Alice, I hate merch because no one ever designs some nice maxi summer dresses merch. Y'all, I would love some flat cap merch too. I'm not getting any of that. Warrior, you signed up and you guys gave me a breakout room. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, yeah, we'll get there. Okay, so we're caught up on the 10:02. We are a digital missionary sending agency. Where should you start? This is it. So this is missionary.digital. Missionary.digital. Why will it not copy? There we go. Put that in the chat so you can go to the page that I'm talking about. I am super excited. If you can't tell, I am the hype man for the conference. I'm not a speaker at the conference. I will be hosting in VR. Anybody that is going to brave it in VR, you'll get to see me probably messing it up like I often do when I preach in VR. Something goes wrong with my tech. Okay. Before I say it always goes wrong, and let me just say, it will eventually not go wrong. So April 2nd, because it's not on April 1st, because digital ministry is no joke. Digital ministry is no joke. You are taking the day off to be there. Warrior, I appreciate that so much. It is all my focus is going to be for that day. I think we are doing a prayer for the event. Before that, I will share that on Discord for everyone to know. So if you are in the Discord community, by the way, I can't share a link for the Discord. You'll have to go to theChurch.digital. I'll share that later. Scroll to the bottom of the page, and that's where you can click the button to join the Discord or the WhatsApp community. So anyway, Digital Missionary Conference, equipping and mobilizing those that are in digital ministry. So, I love the little ticket that moves. I think that's fun. April 2nd, 11 a.m. EST live, not pre-recorded, with the exception of one person that I know of. Live speakers. A lot of digital conference I've seen have pre-recorded, and I'm like, why am I there? Just send me the videos. I can watch them on triple speed. Why are you making me sit through this? I could be listening faster. I can't engage with the host. I can't, have any feedback. You're taking up my time. Okay, just give me the goods. But here, no, live. And we go to breakout sessions. We'll look at those in a minute. There'll be breakout sessions. There'll be some Q&A possibilities. I don't know that every host or every speaker is going to have Q&A. There will be some. The breakout sessions you will not get if you're not there live. But it will be online and in VR. So 2 stages. You ever go to a concert that has multiple stages and you have to decide which one are you going to spend your time at? Do I go to stage A? Do I go to stage B? Do I go to stage 1, stage 2? I don't know which way they're numbered. I never pay attention. But anyway, they're both going to be great. You'll get the VODs later, so don't worry about that pick. But when we get to the breakouts, there will be no videos of the breakouts because it's live and in person and conversation, and so you pick what's best for you. Okay, so what does it cost? It costs absolutely nothing. It is a zero for you cost, that is. I'm turning my heater on. My legs are getting a little cold. It costs you nothing. Why? Because we are trusting sponsors. We are selling the vision to sponsors to cover this because we know that when you are doing something in ministry, when you are starting and you are a pioneer, you do not have the resources to be able to do these. Free 95 sponsors, yes. Thank you, sponsors. You're so excited. Sumi Beats, hey! I didn't see you come in, Sumi Beats. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You're a salesman. There are just $9. I will be live streaming tonight for one of the groups that you are a part of. Troy, that's awesome. Oh, that's on Wednesday. If we sign up, can we get the VODs? Yes, I'm going to get to that. Just a second, Lesty. It's totally free, but excuse me. You will get the VODs if you sign up, whether you attend or not. I need to grab a cough drop. I'm going to just have a coughing fit here a minute. Give me a second. One of those things that happens when you talk for, almost an hour straight with very little break. Your throat gets dry. No amount of taking a drink is going to cover that, but a little soothing cough drop will just help give it a coating. I have no cough, but it's a little dry. Remember those commercials? Just $9.99 repeated over and over. $9.99, 5 easy payments of $9.99, 10 easy payments of $9.99. Not only do that, but join now and you'll also get all the VODs that you can have. Maybe I should just start over and try to make this a legit one. Can you make some tea, please? Alice. I've got some tea. I've got some tea. Now I already drank my pot of English breakfast for today. Now I'm drinking Earl Grey. So, but yes, I always drink hot tea. It is helpful. Yeah, I've been drinking it, but if you talk for so long, you still wear off the lining of your voice cords there. How dare you drink breakfast? Okay, so the sponsorship is covered, so there's no cost. We realize, and our goal, this is our first one, we feel really ambitious in our goal. We're hoping for 1,000 people to sign up. Now, we know that we have lots of friends globally. We have friends that are down under. We have friends that are in Asia. This is going to be the middle of the night for them. They are not going to be able to get up and watch this. So anyone that signs up, you will be able to watch all the VODs. We will give them to you to be able to watch. You don't sign up, they're not going on YouTube. They're not going on any of our places. These are exclusive to those that sign up. So you need to sign up. The cost is nothing. So even if you can't make it, or you're going right now, I don't think I can make it, but the day comes and you go, oh, I could go and I wish I would have signed up, you'll still be able to sign up all the way up until it is started. You'll be able to sign up. You'll be able to join us here and see all of those. Breakfast tea is good, normal tea, but you are plagued with a cup of Earl Grey today. I like both. I like both a whole lot, and that is where I'm at. But I know your preference, Alice. By the way, Alice and I have gone for tea before. Yeah, Alice and I have gone for tea. There's no photo evidence, except maybe I took a picture of the tea. But the Meet the Fam link is not working for you. Edgewax, okay. Which one did you try down here at the bottom? I'm scrolling all the way. There's a lot there. You must be on a different page. Okay. Is that at the bottom here? Join the fam. This one is WhatsApp, and this one is Discord. Let me click on it, see what happens. Let's see if I can work around this. See if that works. It was on the About link on your Twitch channel. Oh, okay. Okay. I will have to look at the Twitch channel and check on that. Thank you for letting me know that. I think that will work there. I just copied the URL at the top. Let me know if that works for you. Okay. Back to our uninterrupted missionary conference. Okay. So, yes, if you sign up, you get all the videos. You'll miss out on all the discussions that happen in breakouts. We're not going to video record those because we want you to be open and honest about anything going on. We might have people joining from places around the globe. We do have friends that are in the persecuted church regions of the Middle East and India, and we want them to be able to be safe, and we don't want to be able to post any of those things, and so we're just not going to post any of the videos afterwards of the conversation breakout session. So you'll get all of the stuff that goes on in the main sessions. Have you ever been in spatial with that many people at once? The 1,000 people will probably not end up in spatial, Alice. We're figuring the bulk of them are going to be on the other side, which will be Altar Live, and I believe that they have had 500 plus people when they've done it before, even if it's more than that. If it's not 50-50. And I'm trying to think of Tall Skinny Kiwi is our guy that has done stuff in spatial. So I don't know the answer to that question, Alice, but he has done many things over there. He did do the Lausanne conference, so. Okay. So continuing, so the church isn't just a building. The mission field isn't just physical. And digital is more than a tool. It's a mission field. We believe this strongly. You may have church leaders who are like, no, it's not. It's not actual mission field. Digital Missionary Conference is an international digital gathering for those who refuse to be limited by walls. Millions of users are searching for hope, yet many churches don't know how to engage them. Whether you're a pastor, content creator, or a digital missionary, this is your call to help take the gospel into digital spaces. It's improved a bit since it was first about, but all your oldest spatial worlds are broken. Haha. Well, I know, I'm not the one doing that. I don't know how to build. Alice, I know you know how to build, so you know a whole lot about that. So, Alice, if you're interested, I will check and see if we need some people to go in and test run in the world, and I can get your name added to whoever's doing test run stuff. If you're interested, Alice, let me know. You can just DM me. in case I don't miss it. If I miss it here, you need to think about it. Okay, so there's 2 conferences. One will be the broadcast Altar Live. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it on your computer. You'll get the keynotes from the top of digital leaders, interactive breakout sessions, Q&As, and networking opportunities. In VR, it will be in spatial, as Alice was already alluding to. Exclusive sessions for VR ministers, simulcast keynotes from broadcast stage, deep dive discussions on VR evangelism and discipleship. So, recordings of the keynotes on demand, available globally only to those who register. So, you can't make it, you can only make half of it. That's what you do. So, first, last name, email. Email why? So that we can communicate and connect with you. Phone also might be a way, because if you're in WhatsApp or other places around the world, your country and your preferred platform. And it's free. So, keynote speakers, breakout sessions, VR. Who's going to be here? David Nelms, founder of the Timothy Initiative. So, he's going to talk about starting and sustaining a movement. I think a movement has already started with Blessing Boat and others in Twitch. There is a movement of Christians who have seen that God has equipped them and put them in a place to reach people online, and they're trying to do that, whether that is gaming in VR, whether that's gaming on Twitch, whether that is inside the game. Yeah, it's awesome. No, okay. No. We are not going to dox us if you fill out the info for you. No. I'm not. We're not. That is only for internal communication. Thank you, Phantom Mythos, for asking. It's for internal communication so that we can validate that you're genuinely a person. And when we go to the sponsors and say how many people showed up, we're able to say we had 850 and we had. Well, actually, already I know this. We have already 35 countries signed up. We already have 35 countries that are signed up for the conference right now. 35 countries. And, we are, I don't know how many days out. We're 3 weeks out, whatever it is, maybe 4 weeks. I don't know. I can never do the math on that. But anyway, we will not dox you. We will not share your stuff. We will not sell your stuff. The only people that will have access to your stuff is us, the Church Digital. So, okay, Jay Cranda, also going to be there. I like this. It's interesting. So I have it in dark mode, but if I put my cursor over there, it puts it into color. And thanks for the question, Phantom Mythos, because, I don't want to dox anybody. I don't want to dox anybody. I mean, unless it's, Alice in the Palace and your name is Alice. I didn't dox you. You gave me that. Contextualizing for and engaging with international cultures. This is fascinating to me that he's going to be talking about international cultures, and that's one of the things that we are thinking through a lot. What I've grown up with, what I've understood in an American culture does not... Yeah, put a fake name in, Sir Mythos. Yes. Go... Yeah, you know what? You are free to put a fake name. Do what makes you feel safe, okay? I'm not going to care. You will need to have a valid email, I believe. I don't know which ones have. There's probably one or the other. The email or the phone probably has a required thing there to legitimize you, but I don't know if they both are. Jay Cranda is the online pastor of Saddleback Church. So if you don't know, Saddleback is the phone is required, Phantom? Okay. Which that identifies a singular person. So, which also you can get digital phone numbers too. Oh, Troy, it's both? Okay. And maybe country makes a difference. I don't know. So Jay Cranda with Saddleback, he's been doing online for quite some time, exploring things. They just did VR in the last year. They started a VR campus. So they're one of the churches that does believe you can do ministry there. They do believe you can connect with people there. I'll show you that in just a minute when I finish with all of this. I'm glad I got... Oh, you know what? I told you I was going to pray at the next O2. It is the next O2. Let's go back to that. See, I can go down. If you've not been around with me before and watching me stream, I have. I don't know what this canny ability is. That the way to say it? Like spider sense or something. I have this ability to rabbit trail back to exactly where I left off. Saddleback is always trying new things. Lusty, yeah. And that's what I appreciate about him. Even if I disagree with stuff, they're willing to try and see if it works. Probably, so Jeff could force you to join the WhatsApp group. I'm going to say if you're watching me here on Twitch, join the Discord and then join the Outpost that is within the Discord. It's the gaming Outpost. Yeah. Yes, Pacific time. You've never tried WhatsApp. You know what? If you've never tried WhatsApp, you don't need to go over there. Just join the Discord. We created the WhatsApp for internationals because a lot of internationals are not on Discord. Discord is data heavy and it's difficult in many places to connect. WhatsApp is a lot less data heavy. But if you've not been on WhatsApp, there's no need to go join that. Just join me in the Discord community.
Warrior of Truths just followed.
Hey, thank you. I need to move the alerts on this page up. There we go. Warrior of Truths. Thank you, friend. Okay. Bum. So 10:02. So we're going to pray. I'm going to start the clock here. We already talked about it earlier. Where is the clock? I thought there it is. Prayer clock. All right. God, we are just praying for workers for the harvest. I'm going to think that's going to be a little loud. Let me turn it down. Okay. Let me start it over again. Nope. Click it off and I'll start over. There we go. God, we are praying for workers for the harvest. We know the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. We thank you for ministries like Blessing Boat who are helping to equip and empower Christian content creators who are trying to help bring in the harvest by being a voice in the darkness, by being a shining light in the darkness, by being salt and light to people who need hope, who are far away from you or have been hurt. Whatever their circumstance, whatever their place is. God, we're praying for more and more. We thank you for Blessing Boat to be able to help people to make affiliate so that they can bring the good news of the kingdom. We're praying for more and more people to feel that call, to be equipped, and to be sent out. For all those who have, we want to help equip them. We want to help mobilize them. We want to help connect them. We want your blessing upon them. So all those who consider themselves a digital missionary or they're just supporting digital missions, God, we pray. We ask all these things in Jesus' name, like North Hill Live says, because you done told us to. So, God, we pray all this in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, looks like it looped there again. I think there was a thing on the bottom of pray for the harvest and for missionaries. I've not really used that before. I just kind of like pray. But I wanted to show you that since we were here. Oh, the hashtag. Sorry, I was wrong. It's not just 10:02. It's hashtag 10:02 digital prayer. I don't think I've used it yet. All right. So, back to the other one. So, Jay Cranda, which is pretty exciting. I've heard him talk a couple of times. He's been on the podcast a couple of times. He is quite innovative. He is quite on the pulse of things that are happening. Here's Jeff. I was telling you about Jeff. Jeff, you need a new picture. Jeff has lost a bit of weight over the last year, and he'll be there. So, he is the founder of theChurch.digital. He read a magazine in middle school and felt God's call that said, hey, I need to help plant a digital church. Well, that hasn't happened, but he's doing digital ministry, and he's helping a lot of other people do digital ministry. Alice, WhatsApp in your area is mostly used by bullies, dealers, and rogue landlords. Ooh, interesting. And those might be, some of those might be because they've come from other countries where they use that. Sounds like Christians need to be there too. Yes. Yes, it does. El Michelle, founder of El Michelle Media. So an active listening in the metaverse. So I'm really excited about El Michelle. I don't know a whole lot about her, but I've heard lots of people talk about El Michelle. So she'll only be in the VR space, is my understanding. She'll be in the VR space. Oh, sorry, Alice. No, it's not 10:00. No. Yeah, Eichbender. She's saying time for me. It's actually was 1:02 for me. But let's see. If it's 1 for me, then it's noon Central. It is so Pacific Coast. Pacific would have been 10 o'clock. So we're praying for all those people out on the West Coast in the U.S. at 10:02. I just picked top of the hour of 02 to demonstrate it rather than do it earlier, Alice. That was it. Maybe you weren't here when I said I was going to do that. Okay. What's working in digital globally? I am really excited about Matt Neerman, who is doing global research for Lausanne. Lausanne movement just had their fourth Congress last year in South Korea. That's the reason we ended up in WhatsApp, because we had people in our community. We were planning to go to that, and right before we planned to go to that, we made the decision we are going to be, instead of discipleship-making organization, we are going to be a digital missionary sending agency, because whether you are a church planter, whether you are a streamer, you can be a digital missionary. Now, you might end up planting a church from a missionary position. You might be working in a church, but everyone on some level is a missionary. And so we went there and we got into WhatsApp because our community of international said nobody's going to join Discord. And I think it was day 2 through the Congress, not conference, it's Congress, of saying, hey, you can join the WhatsApp or the Discord, and people going, what's Discord? They just stopped saying you can join the Discord and just said, join a WhatsApp group. But I'm very excited to hear about what he is talking about, and I don't know all the details here, but within the Church Digital, we are helping them do some research globally in digital missions and ministries. Bum, bum, bum. Hey, Tall Skinny, welcome in, my buddy. We had some questions here earlier. Alice was asking questions about spatial and how many people we could actually hold in spatial for the conference. Will it handle, 500, 1,000 people in there at once? And I have no idea. Tall Skinny, Matthew's contribution to Lausanne really put digital ministry on the missions map. That's good for us all, absolutely. That's why I'm really excited about listening to him. Meinart Asete, I do not know him at all, but he is connected with the Jesus Film Project. So if you don't know the Jesus Film, this is an effort to be able to have the story of Jesus in a video, be able to be shared, and people can take it and download it all over the globe. So ministry opportunities in the metaverse. So another aspect of going into, and I don't know exactly what they're all doing in the metaverse. I mean, I know a lot of people, but I don't always know everybody. And Jasmine, co-founder of Women in Blockchain Asia, Epic Homes, and Endgame. Okay, engaging the Web3 community as digital missionaries. So this is one that will be a recording, because I think it'll be like 3 a.m. when the conference starts for her. So she said, here's when I'm available, and we said when I'm not available is what she said, and we said, oh, nice, that's exactly when we're planning the conference. So hers will be recorded. That's the only one I know that'll be recorded. Everyone else, hey, Supersonic Cat Jam. Lesty, you have some missionary friends who use that for the mission field in Kenya. Oh, very cool, very cool. Josh Packard, author of Church Refugees, opportunities to reach and disciple D-church people digitally, and I think I run into a lot of the D-church people. I say, hey, I'm doing Bible, and they're curious, what was this guy doing Bible? And they come in and they're like, yeah, I haven't been in church in a long time. I grew up in the church. I was hurt by the church, or I left the church, or I just don't know what to do with church. And it's like, well, this is a safe place. I can hang out here. Oh, we're reading Bible. I'm cool with that. I understand. And there's plenty of people who are just curious altogether. So I love that people are thinking about people who are left behind by the church. And then my buddy, Dr. John Harris, he started a Facebook community, Hearts Like His, for church refugees, opportunities to reach and disciple D-church people digitally. So both of these are focused on people who have left the church. And we got breakout sessions. Tall Skinny. Spatial can handle 50 at a time in one room and then generates automatically new instances of that room, so there is no limit, but the challenge is having live avatars, speakers, appear in each room rather than a video. However, the spatial team can be encouraged to turn some dials and raise the limits. Ooh, very cool. Thank you. I have no idea what our turnout will be, but the thing is we should know before the conference starts, because people will be able to say, my preference is for doing VR versus, or vice versa. All right, let's get out some breakout sessions. So, missionary funding for a sustainable ministry, John Crawford, partnership with Reliant.org. Oh, I am learning so much. Thank you, Sumi. Like, yeah, like I haven't sat and gone through it, but yeah, I know who it is. Yeah, those that don't. Yeah, I knew who you are, Stacy. I wasn't gonna out you, Sumi Beats. So John Crawford, I have been hanging out with this guy at conferences for the last 2 years. And as we were talking about, this is one of the things that I want to say 3 years ago, I had a vision for this idea. And when we started talking about this, I was super excited. So any of you who are saying you're called to be a digital missionary and what you're doing in Twitch is what you're called to do, and you're using Ko-Fi or Coffee, however you want to pronounce it, or you're using Patreon, or you're trying to get sponsorship and you're struggling and trying to figure that out and all of those things, John Crawford is a partnership with Reliant organization that you're going to be very, very interested in. So I brought him over. Andy and I, Chino Mage, we knew of John because we've been running into him at conferences. I've been talking to him, and he's like, let me know when you want to do raise support. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's what God's calling me to do. But rather than me asking all of you who are in my stream to support me and fund all of my expenses for me being able to be a digital missionary, I go to my friends and family and churches that I have served with, and I go to them and I invite them to invest in me in 3 different ways. I ask them to invest in me by partnering to pray for me. I ask them to be a financial partner with me at any level, and monthly giving, no matter how small, is far superior to a one-time gift. So we do that, just like a Patreon supporter would be. Same concept there. And then you are a partner by you helping me to make other connections. So not only do you don't give me just a list of names. Hey, here's some, cold call these people. No. You make an introduction to other people so that you say, hey, I have a friend who's doing this. Let me introduce you to them and let them share what they're doing. I think you'd be interested to know what they're doing. And that's what Reliant.org helps ministries like the Church Digital be able to do. Missionaries who are like you. So I've got some other stuff, so you'll learn about more of that at the conference. I don't need to dive into that unless we get time. I want to finish talking about the conference first. This is the thing I want you to be excited about. I want you to be thinking about. You've been hanging out in Twitch for a while. You've been going, I don't know if God's calling me to do this full-time or not. You're going, I really want to do this full-time. I don't know how to make it work. Well, Reliant is one of those ways to help make it work, so you'll want to come and hang out there. I have signed up with Reliant. So, yes, I am on senior leadership with the Church Digital, but what I'm doing here in the Gaming Outpost is adjacent to the Church Digital. It's under the umbrella of the Church Digital, but it's my own thing. So for me to be able to do all the things I'm doing digitally over here, I need to raise my own support to do that, because the Church Digital, we got a shoestring budget. We're not paying, everybody is pretty much volunteers in the whole organization because we believe in it and we are excited about what God is doing. So Reliant does like all the HR for the Church Digital, and they help take care of all of the taxes and all of the other paperwork and all the, if I need a pension or health care, any of those things. I don't, by the way, because my wife has those, but that's what Reliant does. I'm going to take a little bit more about that than others because I think you'll be interested. Oh, hey. I know this guy. Going to be talking metaverse missionary. Andrew Jones going to be talking. That's awesome. Sorry. Good info to have. Limits are there for a reason, though. Yes. You'll talk to the developer of VR. Yep. Tony Iverson. Hello, everyone. This is me, the control room engineer for Blessing Boat. Just checking in to see how everything's running. Have a blessed day, Tony. Thank you for coming in and checking on us. I'm glad. I wasn't sure about signing up for the 2-hour slot. I am glad because I've just been having a blast telling you all the exciting things. all the exciting things the Church Digital has, and we are here for all of you. So, Tony, thank you for coming and checking on us. Andrew Jones is so handsome. He should have his picture on the site. Overheard from a friend. Yes. Okay, so yeah, we'll be talking metaverse. So yes, he has been doing digital ministry for decades. Has been an in-person missionary. Great friend of mine, by the way. Love hanging out, and you will see him all over Twitch, all over socials, looking and exploring the same way that I do, trying to find new people. So it was only a matter of time before we crossed paths. So there'll be more info explored here. So like I said, we're rolling them out as we're getting them figured out. Anesh Archvictor is a research catalyst for the Church Digital. Yeah, we have a research catalyst. We are helping. He is doing doctoral, I think it's doctoral work. He's doing college, whatever degree work that he's doing, and doing research into digital artificial intelligence in missions, how digital leaders can use AI to advance the gospel. I'm really excited about what he's doing. I'm glad to call him a friend. He's one that was telling us we need to get into WhatsApp. And so, yeah, he's going to be really fun. Tall Skinny, 3x3 cheeseburgers and missional wisdom for digital ministry is the title. Oh, 3x3 cheeseburgers and missional wisdom for digital ministry. Very cool. I love a good title that I have no idea what it means. You don't know how fun that is. Like, I will go to the talk simply because I have no idea what it is. Everyone loves In and Out. Yes. But I'm saying the connection of the 3x3 cheeseburger and missional wisdom. Like, that's like, ooh, that sounds like a parable. I like me a good parable. I love a good illustration, a metaphor, if you will. Okay, moving on. I'm going to keep saying, all these breakout rooms are probably friends of mine, by the way. So, Jesse Carbo, founder of Digital Missions Project. By the way, if you're ever interested in Google Ads, DM me. I'll connect you with Jesse Carbo, Digital Missions Project. Actually, I'll be rooming with him and a couple other people at an Airbnb when I'm down in Orlando, the 16th through the 21st, for doing Exponential Conference. So I'm going to get to hang out with him. I got to hang out with him in Chicago in person at the Exponential Central. Exponential Central. I got to get my names right. Okay. Kingdom Growth Hacking Using Google for Evangelism. So if you have a physical website, I shouldn't say physical, if you have a website for your ministry, whatever it is, he can help you use the Google Ads to be able to use the SEO to be able to point people to what you're doing. So, for instance, if I had one, I would have my Passing the Cap on there. When someone says, hey, I have a need, I'm struggling, it would come up on mine and say, hey, inquire about Passing the Cap. I mean, that would be great. I don't have the means or the funds to do any of that now, but just thinking, how would this be used? That's what he does. He helps people with that. Plus the YouTube, I sound like an old man. The YouTube algorithm was what I was going to say. So it helps with YouTube as well. And there's a fourth thing. I can't remember what it is. So he'll be talking about that, how to help you be able to utilize and use search engines for finding and getting your stuff in front of people. Sumi, I love the In-N-Out burgers, but blah on the fries. Okay. I've had it before, but I don't remember. I don't have it that often. Tall Skinny, my kids don't like the fries either. Okay, I'm here to trend. Onesimus, it's all about ordering a 3x1 and putting bacon on it at home. Legit, I like that. Yeah, that sounds right. Are all the breakouts happening at the same time so you can only choose one? Phantom, I do not know the schedule of breakouts. So I don't know, for instance, if in Breakout 1, you get all of these choices. In Breakout 2, you get these choices. I don't know how many breakouts you get choices. I don't have that info. Do you watch the YouTube? Thank you, Onesimus, for making fun of me. I'm on the Face Prime. I'm on the book flicks. I'm watching the book flicks. YouTube is pure bread and butter. It's where we started. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. So, Stacy Knapp, Sumi Beats, chaplain for theChurch.digital. Going to be talking about grief care in digital spaces. Okay. I've not asked you for much engagement. I want you to blow the chat up right now if you run across people who talk about grief. This does not mean death only, but they are grieving about something in their life, and that they come to you, they share it in their chat, they share it in the Discord, they share it wherever they are, where in your digital spaces. Just put an emote in the chat that you run, and you encounter people like that all over the place. Stacy is awesome. Stacy is awesome. She is a grief companion. She walks alongside of people who are doing that. And we have brought her along because of her just servant's heart, her just compassion to help be the chaplain for all of us in the digital church. So I'm so excited about that. Yeah, loss of friendship, loss of relationship, job losses. Yeah, my daughter has just lost her job. So she's in the middle of that. Yeah, if you happen to, well, no, you weren't here. It happened while I was on a Discord call. She called me and said, "Dad," crying, tears. Okay, call is over. Call is over. So, yeah, the grief that she was fearing in that moment. Personal change in life stage, caring for aging parents. Stacy, yeah, you, and I know everybody's running across these things. So yeah, if just emotes in the chat for anybody that knows people facing this right now. And Stacy's helping us to get wiser at that and to be able to be better at helping people walk through that. Hey, Tope Lala. Man, I just keep telling you, these are my friends. I'm going to run into somebody here I don't know in just a minute. But he is our Southern Africa Outpost leader. I think we should actually say Central Africa. But anyway, if we're just going north and south, he is our Southern Africa leader. He's been doing digital ministry for some time, been hanging out with us for like 3 years. And Outposts, okay, so I haven't talked much about Outposts, but he's going to talk from followers to disciple makers online. Really excited about what he's doing. So he has utilized Facebook ads to put things out there to get responses from people. And what he's spending for Facebook ads where he lives in Africa, pennies in US dollars to be able to get the gospel in front of people. So he is really good, really effective in what he's doing. And we're learning from him because you know what? What works in Africa may not work in the U.S., and what works in the U.S. may not work in Europe, and what works in Europe may not work in Asia, and what works in Asia may not work in South America, and what works in South America not working in Australia. So we need to learn from one another, and we need to adapt and change and grow and be. So anyway, he's going to be doing a breakout there, talking about being a disciple maker online. Onesimus, seems like any Christian content creator is a magnet for people who want to share their woes. You are 100% right, Onesimus. You are. I mean, we are. That's a good thing, though. That's where we are here for, 100%. Sumi, very true. You don't even post a lot of content, and yet people want to engage and share with you. Exactly. Okay, Kit Williams. I do not know Kit Williams. We found someone I don't know in the breakouts. But going to be talking about, is this legal? So they are from Compassion International. They are the global legal counsel. So when you go across borders, when you are international, like what is legal, what's not legal, helping figure out those things, copyright things if you're using music in the background, what's legal, what's not legal, any of those questions that you might have. Mike Marabell, I don't know him either. Marabella, International Missions Board. So the intersection of VR and traditional missions. Ooh, that sounds good. How can the church digital help me become a better digital missionary? I don't know who's speaking for that, but I know how we can help you. I know how we can help you. One, join the Discord. Well, one, come to the conference. 2, join the Discord or the WhatsApp. 3, get into EDM, and I'll talk about that later. You love Compassion International? Yes, Compassion International does some really, really good work. Okay. Room K, 7 Keys to Resilience. Rebecca Bailey, ministry coach, Hope Made Strong. So, I do know of Hope Made Strong, but I do not know Rebecca Bailey. So, like we've got into the section where some people I do not know. So, got to get to church, Sumi? Yes, have a great day at church. Though it's digital. That's right. Thought so you might be going anywhere. Haha, bless you. Yep. Yeah, you're not going anywhere. You're going to you're going to Zoom. You'll be going to another platform because platforms are places. Mama Brick sounds great with many options. Exactly. You know what? I'm not saying we're copying, but I'm saying if Mama Brick was at Reach conference with me last year, like the what do I go to, the what do I do, I want to go to all of these things, and the FOMO of I can't go to everything that's happening right now, you're going to have it too at this conference. You're going to have it too. I wish I could go to every breakout. Yep, you're not gonna be able to. So, next one. So, Darren Alarde, I'm not sure his last name. I know Darren with Salt and Light. So Salt and Light is developing a prayer app to be able to respond to people with prayer. It's called Seedling. It's pretty fantastic. As it gets developed and launched, I'll talk about it. I love promoting my friends. I love promoting what people are doing. So I'm very interested in it. I can put a QR code up at my prayer booth in person, and people can scan it and send me prayer requests, and I can follow up with them. I can't wait to make that happen. Anyway, he's going to be talking to the Roman centurion and the outpouring of his spirit. So, I bet he's going to be talking about prayer. I know that's what their focus is. And then my good buddy Whitebeard Punk Monk with 24-hour prayer. And I know, Mama Brick Builds, I did get a connection with Pre-Pony, who was talking about prayer at Reach Conference. So I'll be doing some follow-up talking with him while I'm in Orlando for Exponential, because I'm going to be helping my buddy Whitebeard Punk Monk. And if you've never seen him, he wears a monk outfit. He goes to the music areas in Tampa where people do a lot of drugs. He's dressed as a monk. He has a giant beard. He used to have a mohawk, and he passes out water bottles to people who, well, you know what? They're not having such a good trip that they thought they were. So he's going to be talking about praying like monks, living like fools. So he's been doing 24 prayer for quite some time, and he's helping. He does for Exponential the 24/7 or 24/7 prayer. They have ministry there. He invited me. That's why I'm going to Orlando on the 16th. It's because he said, "Hey, would you like to come and help at the 24/7 prayer?" And I said, "Absolutely, I would love that." Alice, that's quite the number of breakouts. Good job. Some videos are recorded for later, right? Well, none of the breakouts are going to be recorded. It's too many to record. So we will just be having breakout rooms that you'll go into, and we're not recording the breakout. So you will, if you miss a breakout, you miss a breakout. And then, oh my goodness. I know. But it's conversational. It's conversational. So we want to respect and protect everybody that's in those settings is part of it. So Preston Blessing Boat is going to be talking about gamers need Jesus too. He's going to be coming in, doing a breakout for us, talking about gamers need Jesus. So if you are in the Blessing Boat and you hang out there, Warrior of Light. And Warrior, if you're still hanging in here, if you want to add anything that you're thinking about sharing there, I mean, we know Blessing Boat, but you know what? The people who are coming to the conference may not know Blessing Boat. So any of you, and I don't know what you're going to be able to do for this, but I'm just going to say at least between now and April 2nd. If you've been on Blessing Boat, make a VOD and talk about what blessing it has been to you, what it's meant in your ministry, so that it gets on the website. So when people go, I want to go check out Blessing Boat more, and wonder what it is, he'll be able to point them to it and see your wonderful faces, or if you use an avatar, your magnificent avatars, and talk about what is happening in gaming spaces. So that would be a big help. You think they run all day long? I have no idea. Tall Skinny, I've looked at it, but as this is expanded, as it's changed, I'm not sure. Oh, VR Tiger is doing one. You know that guy. He's creative. Yeah. I just heard that. Oh, wait. Let me get there. I got one more between. Simon Derks is a digital region with Eli's missions. So he is going to be talking from vision to outpost, launching a digital church network. So he is in Germany. And so I don't know if he's going to be speaking in German or not, but if you are German speaking and you go to his, you'll be able to get connected with him in the network that we have in the Church Digital. So he was hanging out with us, learning some stuff from us, said we're launching this thing. We're struggling with where do we put it. There's cost to us being able to get a platform where we can gather our people together. This is before we got on Discord, and we said, well, you can join us. We'll create a spot for you. You bring your people over here. We'll create it for you. You can control it. And so
One reason just followed.
One Reason, welcome in One Reason. So I do not know why it's not showing my alerts. I have it set to show. I don't know. We'll figure that out. So One Reason, welcome in, friend. So anyway, he's been in there. We moved to Discord. He came over. We're developing. We're working alongside of him. He has a whole church planting network of digital churches throughout Europe that are German speaking. So Simon, great friend. And Outposts are the places where, if you are a digital missionary, you come and you hang out. I'll talk about that a little bit more. Tall Skinny, I meant there are different times for all the breakouts so people can choose. Yeah. Right. And I just don't know what those times are. Oh, so here we went back to room A. So this must be the second go round. We're in room A. So room A through N would be a first choice. And maybe those breakouts will go twice. Like you go morning breakouts, you do one breakout, then you switch and do a second breakout. I don't know the full schedule. It'll be coming out as we get closer. Warrior, you are here, but had to pick up Ewing wife. Yes, no worries. I just thought if you had something to add. VR Tiger, lead pastor for Oasis Church VR. I do not know Oasis Church. How is there someone I don't know? I need to go find out about VR Tiger. Okay, world building and evangelism in VR. So, Alice, you know VR Tiger. Have you been to Oasis Church? What's it like? And then Gabe DeWalk, lead pastor of King's Tide Church. I've known Gabe a little bit, not much. A ministry that never sleeps. So I believe he has developed just an amazing Discord community, and where like 24/7 stuff is happening in Discord. Donnie, you need sleep, but not going into it. But prayers are appreciated. Absolutely. So you need sleep. You're not going into it. We'll pray. Absolutely. Tall Skinny, I have been to VR Tiger's church many times at Oasis VR Church. VR Tiger and crew create new worlds for each sermon series. Pretty cool. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Thank you for the alert, Donnie. Praying for you, friend. God, we're just praying for Donnie to be able to get the sleep that he needs. We often run into people that the middle of the day for us is the middle of their night, even if it is daylight out, and they need sleep to be able to get up and do the work that they need to. So just praying for Donnie, give him peace, be with him, allow him to be fully rested to do what he needs to when he wakes up. Pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. Alice, he originated in alt space and built huge worlds, then moved to VR chat. Very contemporary. Yeah. Okay. I think maybe I might have watched a video once that somebody was streaming on Twitch from there. I'm not sure. With the world builds, I think I might have seen that. Warrior, you should also reach out to other VR pastors. He was in Blessing Boat a while back. You have to get ready. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. And I'm trying to reach out. I don't know as many VR pastors as I know Twitch pastors and that. So, okay. We're back to Jesse Carbo talking about that. So we're going back through the loop of people that are going to be talking more than once. You'll reach out. That's a great idea. Kingdom growth hacking using Google for evangelism. Stacy, grief care in the digital space. Similar talk or the same one? I'm not sure. From followers to disciple makers. Okay, some of these look like the same titles. Oh, Ann, I know Ann. Ann has Chapel Online. So, lead pastor for the Chapel Online Global Church that is in Facebook and does morning prayers, gathers for chapel, does some other things. So crossing the cultural divide. So talking about, she has lots of followers in Africa. Oh, anybody know? Alina, Pastor Alina from VR MMO Church. So pastoring in virtual reality. I'm super excited. Super excited. Oasis, Tuscany says, was in spatial for a while, but there wasn't much of an audience, so they moved to VR chat. Phantom, I've heard of her. The church digital, help me become a digital missionary to be announced. Okay, so apparently we don't have that nailed down. Probably it'll be whoever's available, it's your turn. Okay, so these look like there's some duplication here. Model of care, the Roman centurion, praying like monks. Okay, who should attend? Church leaders exploring digital discipleship strategies online. Content creators, all of you here. Missionaries expanding their reach. These would be physical missionaries, for instance, that might be in oppressed places like the Middle East or in India, and they need to be able to connect and reach people more anonymously and work in digital spaces because gathering in public is becoming more and more dangerous. So those kinds of things. Those aren't the only places, but others. Anyone passionate about taking the gospel into unreached spaces. So, I think I've covered most everything that I want to say. Alice, of course we know. Alina, exactly. Christian Ninja or Taco should be there. You think you went to her house once? Yes, I think, Alice, you did. I've not been there, but man, you did some traveling. Okay. So, that's the conference. That's, what's going on there. I told you I was going to talk about Outpost. I've got a little time. So Outpost, this is the thing that I'm doing. And the gaming Outpost, let me talk about that. Yeah, let's do that. So this is my presentation that I have that I do, or I'm working towards doing. Let me see if I can change this a bit and pull it in so I can make it. Oops, not the one I want. Bum, bum, bum. This way I can make it bigger so you can see the full screen here. Yes, you see my little target behind of where things are supposed to go. Okay. There we go. Ignore the man behind the curtain. So, yeah, Alice, the world traveler. I know. That's how I had tea with Alice. I have not been to England since I met Alice, but prior to meeting Alice, I'd been to England several times, mostly London. I've not taken England as a destination, but now that I have friends there, like Alice and Sis Pineapple, and then others up in Scotland, I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to someday. Okay, so what I am doing with the Church Digital is I am creating a digital missionary outpost in online video gaming. Like all of you who are here, you don't need all of that title, but that is for people that like, what, where, how, huh, I don't, what do you can? That's all for them. And then I used AI to generate the image there. I wish I had this set up. I do not.
121 just followed.
Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Appreciate you so much. Yeah, London is different. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, what is the purpose of the online video gaming Outpost? It is for training, for resourcing, for encouraging, and mobilizing. Those are the things that you'll do when you hang out. So if you join me over in Discord, you will definitely be getting training, resourcing, equipping, and helping you to go into places you've not gone before. Okay, so, I'm doxing myself there. There you go, doxing myself. I've been married for over 30 years. I have 3 kids. I have over 100 fish. If you can't see, Wywis and koi here and more around. I have been in ministry for over 25 years. I cycle hundreds of miles a year. I started a cross-country team from scratch, and in 5 years later, the boys won the regional, and we had the state champion in cross-country, and it's still going today. Very proud of that. Very proud of that. Okay, that has nothing to do with what I'm doing in digital spaces, but as I meet with people and talk with them and give a little story, it's like, here's some other things that are just fun to know about me. Okay. Yeah, you don't think the one pillar in the middle could support all the monitors? Yes, very true. Very true. But I love it. I love it. It's super cool. Okay. So I don't have, yes, doxed. I know. I don't do it often, but hey, this is a new channel. It'll be an old VOD. Nobody will watch it in a few years. So 1 in 3 Americans report feeling lonely frequently, almost all the time, or all the time. And if you are in Twitch, you know this. And this is just American stats, so I don't know global stats. These are the ones that I was able to get access to. Up to 80% of church growth is transfer growth in the U.S. So if you have 10 new people in church, well, then 8 of them came from another church. You did not reach anyone new. And then 2 out of 3 young people who are raised in the church will walk away from their faith. So those are some horrible statistics. I know. Yeah, we all know your name rhymes with Satan now. It does. Which is how I love to introduce myself when I give my name. But we won't go there. So this is not convincing any of you, but this is my presentation that I give to people. So Reliant, I was talking about earlier, is the one who has the whole system of how do you do a presentation for doing fundraising. They help me develop it. They help me hone this. They help me practice. So all of that. Phantom, you didn't think about that? Oh, yes. So, when you're a kid and you take the first letter of the first name, maybe you didn't do this, but back in the day we were cruel, and the first letter of the last name, and you switch them around, like, Anna Banana, that kind of a thing, and you flip names around. That's where my name comes out, Satan Lies. Satan Lies. So, you'd be doing that on the school bus, and you flip people's around, and you go, ha-ha, and then you go, Satan Lies, and I go, yes, he does. And then it wasn't fun. No, nobody enjoyed it to poke fun of me with my name. Yes. I think it's awesome. By the way, I think it's awesome. I mean, who else's name, if you flip it around, is Satan Lies? Just me. Okay. So I'm going to go through these stats pretty quick here because you probably know them. There are 3.2 billion active video game players globally, a growth rate of over 1 billion people in 8 years. The $282 billion is the estimate of the video game industry, and esports players are increasingly contributing to that figure, and now colleges are giving scholarships for esports. You don't think you had that game, Phantom? Okay. Maybe it's a little bit older, back in the day when we were cruel and we didn't have, be kind in school. Okay, this is 2024 stats. More than 7.3 million channels go live on Twitch each month. So this month there are going to be 7 million channels. I'm not subscribed to that many. They won't let me. To date, Twitch content has been viewed for 21 billion hours. Boom, mind exploding there. Around 2 million viewers are watching streams right now. Why aren't they all here? We need to let them know that this is where they need to be at Blessing Boat. On average, 95,000 channels are streaming simultaneously. So there are 2 million people watching 95,000 channels right now. Jim Bim 121. You give glory to God, and even your name backwards does. LOL. Also, hi. Yes. My name backwards gives my name anagrammed.
Far one full wanderer just followed.
Hey, I couldn't catch all of that. You know what? Let me find this. Where are my alerts at? There we go. Faithful Wanderer followed. There we go. Now I found my list. There we go. Okay. So again, like, you don't need all these stats. If you're here, you know all of that. The good news is the only source of hope for the world is the good news of Jesus Christ. And then I like to use this passage from Isaiah. The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. On those living in the land of deep darkness, a light has dawned. I like to think about digital spaces as needing the light of Jesus. And that's what we're doing. We're bringing the light of Jesus wherever we go. Yeah, that not backwards. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Anagramming or something along those lines. So, anyway, I already talked about the Church Digital, but quickly, let me talk about its mission. Our mission to digitally empower churches and individuals to share the gospel and build digital community. Our vision is to send, equip, and mobilize missionaries in digital spaces. So yes, we all need Jesus. So this is more for those people that are in physical spaces and are like, no, you have to be physically present. Well, if I was to go explore Africa or Asia or China, I would learn what it's like before I go there. When I go in a digital space, I need to do the same. I need to explore. If you're going into a video game, you want to know about what's it like in the video game. What's the genre of the video game? What are the aesthetics? On platforms, you do the same thing. So as we go into digital spaces, what do? We encourage the people that are already there, and those that we find along the way, we encourage them. What is the Blessing Boat doing right now? It's encouraging those that are in ministry doing what they're doing, what God's called them to do, and it encourages new people to come along and become digital missionaries themselves, or become involved by supporting those that are Bushido of Christ in the house. Also exploring. When you go to a place, you don't just bring who you are and tell them how they need to be. You explore what it's like there. One of the things I did that was so beneficial for me before I went live is I was in Twitch for 6 months before I went live. I learned some of the culture. I learned how things go. I learned how I wanted to do things. And then I continue to explore as I am there. Now I'm exploring in VR. That's just mind-blowing to me. I've been doing that for 6 months, and just slowly but surely. And then empowering. So we want to empower you to be able to do the things that you are doing. What are the things that you need to be able to do ministry and experiment? So this whole thing, the podcast here, is an experiment. Will it work? I hope so. Me doing on my stream, workout streams, is an experiment. So anyway, Bushido. We woke up early from third shift to make it. Hope you're all well. Appreciate that so much. Jim Bim. People tend to limit God, including with online stuff, but God can use whatever he wants. He's not in the box. Exactly. He's not even in the box in front of me. He is everywhere. Okay. I'm looking at the clock. Anyone worried? I know I got 8 minutes. We'll be fine. I'm like, wow, my time has gone fast. Onesimus. So you are saying when Elon Musk sends me to Mars, you can still connect and fellowship. Boom. Exactly.
119 just followed.
Hey, DRNE. Thank you for the follow. Okay. So this is what I'm doing. This is what I think other people are doing. The other thing that I want to do for all of you who are in my Discord community, and who are hanging out with the Church Digital, or if you're over on my other Discord, is we create community. We pray for one another. And then tangible resources. So what is it that you need? So right now, one of the things that I'm doing with VR Church, I am helping VR Church with tangible resources. What do they need? Right now they need pulpit supplies. So I've been doing that myself. I've been recruiting other people to help out there. Also addressing other things within the community, talking about mental health challenges and trying to do some things there. So that's part of what my goal is. So if you come across and say, here's the thing we're struggling with, here's what we don't need what to do, you come find me. I will find someone to help us be able to do that. If there is no one else, I'll help us create it in some way, or help you create it so that you can meet the needs of what's going on. And then reporting and accountability. All of the people that I am raising funds with or sending me funds, or all of you, we want to share the stories so we can go back to supporters and say, here's what God is doing. We want to report. We want to be accountable. And then financially, I love this idea. So some of you run into this where suddenly a disaster happens and you lose your capacity to stream. Your computer dies. Your internet dies. Well, a missionary agency, when you have struggles on the front line, they step in with financial resources to help you if you need to be evacuated. They help you if you're suddenly hospitalized. We want to build that. So this is a long-term goal. It won't happen right away, but we want to build a safety fund to help our digital missionaries if some disaster happens to you and you need to recover from it and you have no other means. We want to step in and help. So that's what is going to happen with all of those things. So I'm just going to put this on the screen. You don't have to support me, but if I know some people will ask if I do not. So if you go to reliant.org, that's how you can help me be able to be funded. And that's great. I'm not going to leave it up there, but I do really want all of you to pray with and for me. Okay, there's my quick little spiel. Quick. I say that. It took 2 hours to go through all of it. I think I covered everything I wanted. Wow, it took me a long time. This has been great. You guys have had great conversations. I love so many of you. I know so many of you. I didn't say I love so many of you because I love all of you, but I mean, I know so many of you. You need tech assistance and encouragement, honestly. Well, you know, I am always giving you encouragement. I'm watching you people. I love being Barnabas, and I try helping with the tech. There's wiser people in the chat than me. Jim Bim, anyone who says God can't vote, use such and such will probably see him do and be surprised, yet learn. Phantom. Yes, thank you for helping VR chat, Flat Cap. It was great to hear your sermon. Thank you so much. And I tell everybody how bad my struggles are over there, but honestly, I'm loving it. One more thing. Those of you who are trying to talk to your physical churches about this idea, they don't understand that technology is not a new thing, okay? Digital technology is new, but using technology for the gospel is not new. Letters. Paul and the other disciples used letters. Letters were new. Let me remind you, Paul had never been to Rome, to the Roman church, when he wrote a letter to them. Okay, it's kind of like pen pals or sponsorship of a child in another country. It's not something that he was, had already been there. He knew the people, and he's writing to someone he already knows. He doesn't have another means of communication other than a letter and sending someone along with it to get messages to people who are far away. He's using the tech of the day. It's analog, but it's the tech of the day. Scribes. He didn't write everything himself. He dictated things. Maybe not dictate's not the right word, but he conveyed to them, and they wrote in the best possible way his ideas that were transcribed and sent out. He used Greek. He learned he knew the vernacular of the day to communicate with the most people possible who could receive it, and he used couriers to send it. And he used the Roman roads, and he used ships. What if someone said to him, Paul, I'm sorry you can't use ships. Paul, I'm sorry you can't use couriers. You have to hand deliver these things because the only thing that counts is in person. You can't use letters, Paul. You have to go to all of these churches. Anybody really think that that makes any logical sense? So the answer is no. The answer is no. It does not make any sense whatsoever. All right. Not the one I want. This is the one. Oh, sorry. I got to learn what my titles are over here. All right. So any questions. I've given you so much, friends. I didn't even get to talk about our digital missionary cohorts that we have. So that's something I can share another time. But you'll learn about those if you come to the conference. So please go sign up for the conference so that those, and if you came in late, let me tell you what it is. It's Missionary.digital. And you'll be able to go to the conference, hang out there, learn. I spent a lot of time going over all of what's there, what we're doing, what I'm doing. I'm super excited, and I'm here to help with all of you. Hit me up anytime, whatever you're struggling with. Join me in the Discord over the Church Digital. I think I had that earlier. Let me see. Is this still there? There it is. Let me know if this works. Join the Discord over here for the Church Digital. Join the section that says Gaming Outpost. It's just a lack of understanding. It totally is. It's a misunderstanding and a perception. The other thing, I've got great ideas for the first, or I should say in-person church to be able to. Oh, there we go. Raid command there. I love it. I'm watching you people. If I can figure out how to copy it, it's not letting me. Anyway. Well, close enough. Anyway. All right. Are we ready to raid out? Let me find the raid button here. Unless I get a no, we're not ready to raid. I'm going to pull it up. Well, I've been here 2 hours. So it should be 1 p.m. Central Time. I just want to make sure Blessing Boat is ready to have me raid over. So, dun, dun, dun. Thank you for the biddies. You know what? If you didn't come here, you weren't here to begin with. We had a raid train, a hype train. It was super awesome when everybody came in. I felt so much love from everybody. And now we're going out with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and start the raid. And so that we can go over. I'm not seeing anything saying no. So the raid is being started. If they say no, stop it. We will stop it. So let me do what I normally do when I end a stream. I send you off with a blessing. So may God's seeking comfort find you. May his loving arms bind you. May his might protect you. May his wisdom direct you. May the joyous love of Jesus Christ be with you and all those you know, both now and forevermore. Amen. Thank you for hanging out with me where I just rambled for 2 hours. Oh, it's been such a good time. God has blessed all of you. I hope you have blessed me. Let's go. Let's bless other people. I have no credits yet set up on this channel, so you've got me until we raid out. Or you know what? Let me go back to this, and you can see the slides I've got.